Right, let's take this 1987, I think. It's certainly on a D reg. It could be 86, more likely 87, I think. Land Rover 110 in 5-door spec for a spin. Check we're in neutral. Fitted with 200 TDI power and also a proper Defender 200 TDI engine as well, rather than the Discovery one. Ignition on. Oil light and ignition light aren't coming up. I don't know why, but doesn't seem to be losing charge or anything, so I don't think there's an issue with it. Off we go. That orange light that's on is the low fuel warning light. Okay. So, what can we say about this? Starts really nicely, whether it's hot or cold. It does actually seem to trundle along really quite happily, actually. Feels quite lively. Turbo boosts up nicely, no sort of nasty smoke out the back or anything. No hesitancy at all from the motor. Temperature gauge sits sort of somewhere around the halfway point. I don't know if it's had the little conversion on the temperature gauge sender unit. Maybe reading higher than quite often they do when the 200 TDI is fitted to earlier ones. You're supposed to sort of fit a little modification to the sender unit, but whether this one's been done or not, I don't know. So no actual overheating from the motor at all. It's sitting just below the halfway point now. Speedo's working, fuel gauge is working, only the voltmeter doesn't seem to be connected. Gearbox is nice, there's no synchro problems or jumping out of gear or anything like that, it just gets on with it. And the whole drivetrain feels very solid. There's no, if I let my foot off the throttle, there's no backlash to the transmission or anything. It just gets on with the job basically. Suspension all feels nice and tight. There's no sort of braunching or bumping or clunking anywhere. And steering wise, it goes where it's pointed. There's very little delay in the steering by the standards of some of these. Synchros are good on the gearbox, changing down to second there. It feels, say, quite a lively one. Not really very little I can criticise apart from what I've said. It certainly seems to drive quite happily. No unpleasant noises or anything, any expensive groans or creaks or squeaks or anything. Pulls well from low revs. So the turbo seems to boost well. A nice driving example basically. I think that's about it really. My name's Simon. You can reach me on 0771 906 9353 or in the office on 0118 946 3352, or you can go to our website, which is www.motodrome.co.uk. It stops well as you can see there. Nothing untoward at all. That's about it. End.